Hi guys, it's Joe from Canoe Bushcraft. I recently received a tag from Alb Jones on my 3 favourite bushcraft items, kit items, whatever at the moment. So for me it changes quite a lot, you know. I sort of get stuck with a bit of kit that I use more than I do other stuff from time to time. So yeah, so my 3 at the moment is I've got a pack that I'm going to show you, and a sleep system which I've modified and got it on the sewing machine and had a play with, and which I'm really pleased with. So the first one I get out of the way is the which I seem to be using quite a fair bit recently. Is the little pocket stove. As you can see, it just goes into this little tin, you know, and you can got your fire blocks inside it, you know, which is great. It's great on a day stomp, and it's just great to have, you know, in your pack at all times. You know, you wake up in the morning, the fire's down or what have you, or you can have a quick brew, and it's really light and compact. And there it is, made up. You know, it's a sturdy little thing, and yeah, I really do like it. It's one of my favourite bits. You can put, you know, small twigs in there, run it on wood, you know, or what have you. All the hexamine blocks works really well as well. So yeah, I really do like that. That's one of my favourite bits at the moment. Moving on to my pack, it's made by a company called Combat, and I've had it over 2 years now. It's one of the cheaper end ones. It's around 35-40 quid tops, I think. Yeah, none of the stitchings come undone. I mean, I've done a lot with it, you know, and it's my main pack. Whether I'm out for a few days or weekend, or, you know, even on a day storm, sometimes I'll take it just to keep me used to carrying it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and like I say, no stitchings come undone, and nothing's busted on it, and it is the cheap end. It looks a lot like the 511 sort of small tactical pack, if you like. It's around 45 litre, I think, on its own. But it's covered in molly, so I'll show you it anyway. I think that's in shot there. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, there's molly right across the front. This bottom front dump pouch, which is a good, I mean, once it's laid out, it's a good 6 inches thick, deep. It's got to be the best part of a foot in height. It's double zip, and like I say, the zips are blasted, busted. There is like a Velcro lining inside as well, so you can actually Velcro stuff onto it. There's strapping. It's really full on. But as you can see, I've covered this in molly pouches. Yeah. So I reckon it's probably, because of the pouches on it, it's pumped out to around, I don't know, 50 odd, maybe 60 litres. And these can all come off and go onto a belt rig and all that kind of stuff as well. But I can get my cook kit, spare clothing, tools, and, you know, just the basics that I need, and it's fine. It's great. It's just literally covered in the molly, so it's so versatile in that way. Got a nice pouch at the front, like a crossballs pouch, which, you know, it's again, that's around 3.5-4 inches deep. It's about, I don't know, 7 inches high. It's like the kidney shape, which is quite cool. But it's good. Around the back, I mean, you've got a nice big carriage strap at the back. You've got fully adjustable shoulder straps, and you've got a belt as well, a hip belt, which you can also take out completely and actually use this as part of your belt really, if you like. It's got the shoulder adjusters, it's got a chest strap on it, and yeah, it's really cool. It's got a nice lining to the back, you don't really sweat in it, and also I think the idea is it to actually use as a bladder that you can stick in the back, but there's just a layer between the back of the pack and your back plate, if you like. I normally stash some tools so I can get the British scallop in there, no problem, and just to give you this idea of the size, and the Grand Force wild hatchet. And it doesn't interfere, it doesn't hurt your back with them in there. You know, it's got compression straps on it and so on, top and bottom. And you've got the main dump, which is inside here, which has also got another pocket in there. It's great. I can get my sleep system in there, well, my summer system that is. I can get in there, hammock tarp and a Merlin fruit. Spare set of clothes, you know, I can get waterproofs in here, food in here, I can put food in my pouches, possible pouch, the water and cook kit, and actually while it's strapped onto the belt I've got my first aid kit, my personal first aid kit, and this side I use the canteen cup pouch, so my Crusader cup will fit in there nice, and the bottle will go straight to the top, and I can always secure it down as well. This also has some small pouches on it as well. I've got like Surefire, little Surefire kit in there. Always have a spare fire steel, that kind of stuff. It's quite a good rig. It's a good setup, but you know, I've been out 5-6 days and I've just used this pack, and it's great. It's small. It's not too heavy, and even fully laden, it doesn't bust my back. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping to do a winter meet early part of next year, I think it's going to be, and I will be using this pack for my winter because I've been able to play with my sleep system, which I'll show you next actually. So for the money's 35-40 quid, you know, it's a pretty good pack. And this has been in the sea, it's been, I know, it's been all over the place, and it's been used and it's been abused, and it's still great. No zips have failed, straps haven't failed. When I first got it I thought these straps may fail, but no, not at all. And I've, you know, chucked it about and I've done a lot with it, and it's cushy, it's nice, it's a nice, and it fits my back quite well. You know, it is important to try packs on apparently, you know, which to me makes a lot of sense. You know, it's especially if you're going to be walking a good few miles in it. And but at tops, you know, I might do about 3-4 mile trek over, you know, not a solid stomp, but you know, and knowing it's fine, you know. So my little Molly pack, tactical pack, made by Combat, costs around 35-40 quid, and it's very similar to the 511 tactical pack. So there's my pack. So that's my number 2 favourite bit of kit. Alright, just back. Right, my third item is a sleep system that I put together. I've always sort of struggled with, say, a winter bag and all that, to try and, you know, you get your pack, you want to put it inside your pack, so everything's tucked in the pack, nothing's hanging off of it, blah blah. And you know, I've tried to follow that for a long time, and it's difficult, because one of my favourite packs is the British Arctic pack, bag. I mean, that thing's bomb proof. I've never ever been cold in the one I own, and but it's just big and bulky, and you know, you've all heard it so many bloody times, but it is a good bag, and I do like the actual centre zip on it, not just for getting in, you know, for using in a hammock, but even, you know, I do a lot of ground dwelling and all the rest of it, and it's just great. It's just, you just get in it, you know, you haven't got to pull it on like a sock and all the rest of it, you know. The side zip one's great, you know, but I do prefer the centre zip one. But anyway, a little while ago, I picked up it's another old army bag, but it's either the Swedish or the Swiss mountain bag. It's a down bag. It's not the man-made filling in it. It's the hollow fibres or whatever you call it. It's actually a down bag, which is a bit risky for what most of the stuff that I do. It's wet stuff, because you must keep them dry. But they are. It's lighter than the British Army bag, and I can pack it down a lot smaller. You know, I think the smallest I've got my British Army bag in the compression sack is about that sort of size, but it's still big, you know. And this, I can just get it down that little bit more. But then I just thought, no, I'm going to have it on the outside of my bag, you know, so I can stick to the bag that I just showed you, that rucksack, and it will fit on the top of it, no problem, or even on the bottom of it. So I picked one of them up. They cost me 22.5 quid, this down bag, and it's mint, it's unissued, it's old, it must be at least, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years old, those bags. And they are bloody warm. I've used it twice now, and they are really warm, really pleased. It's centre zip, it's square shouldered, and it's basically just got like a round bit when you zip it right up, just for your boat to stick out of. But yeah, anyway, I'll show you it. But I have done a bit of modifications to my whole thing. So it comes out like this. Yeah. What you're looking at, this piece, what it's rolled in, is actually part of a Belgian bivvy bag, really old Belgian bivvy bag, part of a bedroll. It's like heavy duty cotton, but it's light, and again, this was unissued, and what I did, I kind of cannibalised it, because the actual bivvy bag itself was a pull-on one, which, and only the bottom of it is waterproof, the top was this like cotton stuff. So, but I like this part of it, so I cut it off, and I have I always use a Gore-Tex bivvy bag, but the Gore-Tex bivvy bag that I have is a Dutch one, and which came with a stuff sack sewn to the top of it. So I removed the stuff sack a long time ago anyway, and I've sewn this part of it to the top of the Dutch bivvy bag, which houses my Swiss mountain sleeping bag and a roll mat, a firmer rest. Yeah. So basically, you've got ties this end. So when you want to get into this, you just undo these ties this end, pull those out. Same to the end. I am really chuffed to bits with this, and I've got a really lightweight waterproof bag that slips straight over the top of this like a sock. So it's going to be 100% waterproof on top of my pack. Then you have these ties here, which are just a bow. I've got a train. Basically, you can lay these out, and here you can see these flaps that come over the sides here. You undo that, and it exposes your bedroll, which is here. So this is the Dutch bivvy bag. The reason I went with the Dutch one is the centre zip. Yeah, pros and cons for a centre zip bivvy bag. It will leak because it will leak on the zip. But I've got no intentions of sleeping in a pond. It's basically just for any damp air, that kind of stuff, really, to keep me off, you know, keep it off me, and to protect my sleeping bag. So yeah, and then basically just roll this out. I'll just pick this camera up and show you it. So as you can see, there's the part of the Belgian bag. That's what it looks like. So, and that's what the whole bag rolls up and ties up into. Cool thing with this is I haven't got to carry a pillow or anything like that, because I can actually chuck my pack in that, or any sort of spare clothes. I can roll this up and make my own pillow. It's pretty cool, you know. Well, I think so. So there's the actual bivvy bag. As you can see, it's centre zipped. It does have a button baffle, but I do like it because, you know, if I do hammock sort of stuff, it's just really cool. And you can see where I've sewn this section onto, because this bivvy bag is also square shouldered, and I've just sewn it on here. A few lines on the old sewing machine. So I'll just pop that down for a sec. Alright, there we go. So what I have inside is my firmer rest, which is down here. It's one of those, you release the valve, this inflates, and I always chuck a couple of breaths of air in it just to give it that bit extra. And this is my down bag, and it is absolutely lush. It's centre zip, it's got a baffle on the inside, it's pretty cool. It's just lush, it's just really light, and like I say, it's like the square shouldered. And if I do it back up, as you can see, that's basically, you know, you can have your whole head sticking out there and you've got a hat on or what have you. But to me, that's a great bit of kit. You know, it is really lightweight, but it's down, and I get just as much heat off of that as I do my British Army bag, and that will sit on top of my pack with just a couple of bungees, you know. So I don't really like storing bungees in my rucksack because of the hooks on. So, but I do like to carry a couple of bungees. Great for a quick tarp setup and so on, you know. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I'll just go and have a quick look. So that bit there is a Belgian bit, Dutch bag, Swiss sleeping bag, and it's the Gillette or Gillette, whatever you call it, firmer rest. This actual bag as well, Gore-Tex bag, is actually quite long, so I could even chuck my boots right at the very bottom if I wanted to overnight. Make sure nothing gets inside them and keeps them dry for the morning. And like I say, this bit here I can just wrap that rucksack into, make my own pillow, headrest type thing. But yeah, very pleased with it. I'm not sure on the weight of it, but it probably weighs the same as I reckon, well, my 4x5 DD tarp and my hammock together will probably weigh the same as that complete system. Yep, it's still a bit bulky, but there's just no way you're going to get around it. But it's light and it will sit on the bottom of that pack on bungees or on the top of it, no problemo. So my little system, it's my third favourite item, and yeah, I do like cannibalising bits and bobs and getting things to suit me, you know, and I love it. And also, you know, a lot of people say, oh yeah, this is going to leak water if you know, if it pisses down with rain on top of you. Yeah, it probably will through this set, but it does have a baffle, and you know, like I say, I'm not going to be completely exposed in it. I'm always going to have a tarp with me, and if I don't have a tarp, and you know, I'm desperate, I'll make a debris shelter and get inside something like that. I'm getting pretty slick at sort of that sort of thing, and you know, I can make a shelter of sorts. And yeah, so there we go. So there's my 3 bits and my little pocket stove, which is absolutely superb. So which is great. So I suppose I better tag 3 more people. So my first tag will be Chiefmonkeyjay. I'll put their names up down the bottom, you know, like do in the description. And the other one will be Phrayzar out in Oz. And my third, I'll probably tag Mindwiseman. Actually, I've not tagged him before, and that's Pete. And yeah, I'll tag Pete as well. I think I do like what he does. You know, I do a lot of canoeing myself, and yeah. So there we go. So cheers in guys, and cheers Albert. I'll catch you all soon. Stay safe. See you later.